Alright everyone, here's a follow-up video to setting up turns using encoders. So just wanted to show you guys very quickly here, if I wanted to use encoders to set up my turns, there's a couple things you might want to think about. Okay, so right now I'm still using this for the Sentry simulation. Okay, and I'm actually going to start this right at the beginning just so that we can show you the turns. Okay, so some of this code is actually going to look very similar because I still, for example here, I still want both of my encoders to clear. So for example, I might copy and paste the clearing of the encoders. Right, I'm actually going to write in a couple comments while I'm doing this. Right, so I'm still want to clear encoders. And then now I'm going to set up, let's start up with the right turn. Okay, so for this one, if I'm setting up for a right turn, I'm still going to use this same structure. Right? And actually, just to show you, I'm going to copy and paste this part right here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, right-click, copy, and right-click, paste. Now the main difference here is if I'm turning left, that means turning right, that means my left motor is going to be positive, and actually want my right motor negative. Now the difference here is this encoder count. Okay, and just from my experience, I know that it's going to be approximately one wheel rotation. So in terms of your encoders here, it'd be about 360 encoder counts. And right now I'm actually going to comment out this, so we're just going to focus on the turn. Okay, so if I download to Robot right now, and I hit play, take a look here at my encoder count. Right, encoder's right here. If I hit play, it's going to turn, and it looks almost perfect to 90 degrees. Right, and it happened pretty quick there. So sometimes what I would do is I'm going to actually change these values to be a little bit slower, just so I can see it happening a little easier. And I also noticed, again, this should go probably a little bit further, so I'm going to change that to 375 encoder counts. Okay, so this is kind of how you set up a turn using encoders. I'll hit download to robot. Okay, refresh, hit play. Okay, notice that my encoders counted right till about 375, and now it looks like a pretty good right turn. Okay, and just for the purposes of example here, let's say I want to set it up for a left turn as well, a left point turn. Okay, I'm actually going to copy and paste most of this. Right click, copy, and let's go ahead and right click, paste. Okay, so now the difference here is for a left turn, so let's say I want to turn it so it goes back to straight. Okay, for a left turn now, I still want to clear my encoders first, but now instead I'm going to actually recommend, I'm going to count my right encoder this time to 375 and change this so that my right motor is positive and my left motor is negative, right? So if I have right motor positive, left motor negative, it's going to be a point turn back to the left. And if all goes as planned, I should end up facing forward again because I'm going to do a point turn to the right first, then a point turn to the left. Hit download to robot and restart it, hit play. Okay, I've got my point turn to the right and then point turn to the left, and I'm back to facing forward. Okay, so that's kind of basically how you set up your point turns. Similarly, if you wanted to do a swing turn, you can change these to 0, right? And then instead of negatives, the 0 would allow it to be a swing turn. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys with your turning while using encoders.